Hello, everybody. It's Thursday, July 23rd, 1:25 in the afternoon, London time. Nothing really happening, at least nothing that I'm looking at as far as trade setups. I'll point out here on the pound yen, we've got a slight consolidation forming. Um, but what's more visible is this range it's trading in between this 55.40 and let's get a measurement here, and this 56.25 there. Um, Nothing real clear. I'm liking maybe a possible breakdown. If it does break down, like to see a break of this 40 and then a break of this 23.236 fib line to at least carry to the 38 or the 50. But you got to watch for heavy support here at 55, and again here at 54.60. You can see it even formed a speed bump there and held up these candles and some of these wicks here in this area, and then this fall down to the 54. I'm going to have to watch that, and the 40 here also formed a ceiling, so it could form a floor on the way back down. Anyway, that's not why I wanted to make the video. Earlier today, just an hour before the London Open, I was on the Forex Factory site, which is a thread that I've been typing on where I started enjoying this type of thing, helping other traders, sharing ideas with other traders. It's called the Cool Runnings Intraday Swing Trading thread, and it's in the interactive trading folder of the Forex Factory. And my screen name is FX Dad. FX for Forex, and Dad because, I'm the proud father of two little brats. So anyway, back to Forex here. I was in the middle of making a post there, responding to somebody else's post, typing some stuff up and attaching some charts and whatnot. And then all of a sudden I saw this, realized what time it was, and I like to trade that hour or two prior to London or the hour or two after London Open, because that's when movement tends to happen the best. That's when these pops happen. And so I like to watch for these ranges or the consolidations that I've pointed out before, like this consolidation here. Not necessarily that I pointed it out, but I did mention it somewhere, either on the blog or I forgot where. But just watch for these breaks right before Tokyo Open, and the London Open is like when I like to do it best. New York tends to be messy with all the news, all the politicians making their speeches. You got crude oil prices to worry about, gold prices to worry about, you got the equity prices to worry about, bonds and T-bills, and you start worrying about all that stuff, and there's just too much that comes into play. Just way too much information that can feed the New York market and drive the price of currencies up and down. So that's why I like London and Tokyo, the London and the Asian sessions the best, because they just seem to have so many fundamentals coming into play. So anyway, I'm rambling. So I had made a post anyway right after that I took a break of the 55.50 because I like this setup right here. Let me get this out of the way to clean it up a little bit. Yeah, I like this formation right here, this ranging going into the European session. This is the London Open, but this main candle right here is the hour leading into London, and it had pushed up and was sitting right there at the 55.50 line, and hadn't broke, and it was just sitting there like pushing up against it. And I like to play breaks of the range, plus it's a minor psych level, and a prior support resistance level. And when you play a break on those, especially with the pound yen, it's pretty easy to squeeze 50 pips out of it. And 50% return on money invested is not a bad deal. And those are the little pops that I like to take. Sometimes they carry further, sometimes they don't. But that's why I like to get that 50 pip pop, take 50 pips, either partial or all of it. But anyway, long story short, not only do I trade for myself, but I have a few other clients that I trade out of a managed account through my through ACM Geneva. So when I make a trade, I trade for myself and several other clients at one time. So, but when I'm doing that and I'm not sharing information with newbies and whatnot, it doesn't bother me. But for some reason today, I got a little nervous and edgy because I said that I took a break at the 155.50 and I was afraid some newbies were going to jump on it. They might have jumped on it late, or when this did come back down a little bit, that they might have jumped back on again. So then I was just kind of worried, because newbies tend to over leverage sometimes, especially when they're taking somebody else's trades, when they that they might have more confidence in. Especially when they've got a mini account with like $500 in it, they'll throw 50% of it. They'll grab 2 lots at $300 or more than $300 and go for it. And I just it started to make me nervous. I started thinking about that, and so then I ended up moving my stop to 55.45 because I thought this 50 was going to hold up. But then the action started to come back down on this, but it was bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down. I thought maybe, okay, it's going to make a drop to the 55.40. So then I moved my stop to 25, which would have been fine, because that's usually what I do. I try and find a next lower support resistance area. As long as it's not more than 50 pips, usually I'll put my stop below another prior support resistance line, and this was I can't remember if I went back. Yeah, back here. This was a trade we took, or I posted the other day, or at least a setup of a break of this line, and this is my take profit area here. As this was the move. And anyway, back to today. I just started getting nervous and edgy, and instead of just saying move your, like suggesting for them to move the stop, I went ahead and moved mine too, and ended up losing 7 pips because I got stopped out, because I moved it back up again when it was doing all this mess. And when it broke back down around here, I just thought, after that initial spike, that London was going to come back down and start retracing. Anyway, it didn't. But like I said, this was mostly to reiterate, try and keep your emotions out of it, guys. When we go to the live trade room, that's exactly why I don't want to tell people when to get in, when to get out. We're going to go over support resistance line, what formations are setting up, what setups to look for. You're going to look for targets for a break, targets for resistance or support. And those would be the first places that you're going to look to take some profit or take all profit. And I just want to be able, to be in a chat environment, be able to do this all live, because a lot of times these setups form, you get them posted, charts and all that. It's time consuming, and then, by the time you guys get it, you miss it. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But just wanted to talk about keeping your emotions out of the trades, guys. It kind of screwed me up today. Instead of keeping my stop down here and catching this move up to here, I ended up stopping out at break even. I ended up stopping out at 50. So anyway, that's a lesson for you. 10 minutes is up, guys, for YouTube, so I'm going to get this posted. We'll talk to you soon.